All right, let's get right into it. We're going deep on Escape from Tarkov patch 0.16.0.0.
We can't forget about the wipe that comes along with it, of course.
Yeah, that clean slate always shakes things up. But hey, that's why we're here, to break down all the juicy details from the patch notes.
A ton to cover for sure. This is a massive update. We've got holiday events, map reworks.
A whole new prestige system, plus a ton of new weapons and gear to get our hands on.
Definitely enough to keep us busy this wipe.
Absolutely. So let's start with the holiday festivities. Koravad sounds kind of ominous, but the patch notes make it sound pretty festive.
Yeah, it's definitely got that holiday vibe. There's a whole themed task chain to complete.
Oh, interesting. So like quests with a holiday twist.
Exactly. As you progress through the tasks, you'll unlock new features. One of the big ones is Koravad mode.
Koravad mode. Okay, I'm intrigued. What's that all about?
Think of it like generator defense, but with holiday spirit.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So we got to defend a generator. Sounds intense.
It is. You have to find it, fuel it up, then protect it for a whole 5 minutes, all while festive music is playing in the background.
Oh, that's a nice touch. So even under fire, there's a little holiday cheer. But what happens if we succeed?
You get to light up a Christmas tree. And get this lighting, the tree actually unlocks transit to the next location.
Wow, so it's not just about spreading holiday cheer. There's a tactical advantage to lighting that tree. Gotta love it when they tie the events into gameplay like that.
For sure. But surviving in this winter wonderland won't be easy, especially with the new status effect, frostbite.
Oh yeah, that's right, frostbite. Sounds brutal. What does it do exactly?
Reduced visibility, reduced stamina. Basically, you're stumbling around, half blind and out of breath, makes you an easy target for anyone with a decent scope.
Oof, that does not sound fun. Any tips for avoiding a frozen demise? Asking for a friend, of course.
Well, the good news is the effects wear off pretty quickly if you can find shelter.
Makes sense. Get out of the cold.
Yeah, or find a burning barrel, warm up by the fire, and of course, being Tarkov.
Oh no, don't tell me.
Alcohol helps too.
Of course it does. Gotta love the Tarkov logic. Problem solved with a swig of vodka. Classic. But even with the threat of frostbite looming, Tarkov's looking pretty amazing this patch. Those winter visuals are something else.
Yeah, the whole game got a winter makeover, updated visuals, new sound design. It's impressive.
Really immersive, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the deeper snowdrifts, they actually add a new level of tactical consideration to movement and positioning.
Ooh, that's interesting. Never thought about snowdrifts being tactical.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for those sneaky snow piles. And didn't they completely redesign the factory map for winter?
They did. Factory in the snow, it's going to be wild. Can't wait to see how the close quarters combat plays out in that environment.
Me neither. Sounds intense. And the sound design, too.
Incredible, right? Every location has its own unique winter soundscape now.
Yeah, those little details are what really make Tarkov stand out. The crunch of snow under your boots, the wind howling through the trees.
Create a whole different atmosphere for sure.
Speaking of atmosphere, let's talk about that massive customs rework. Customs was starting to feel a bit dated.
A bit, yeah. But not anymore. This rework is a complete overhaul. New textures, materials, objects, the whole 9 yards. They even opened up 3 buildings that were previously inaccessible.
Wow. That's huge. Talk about opening up a whole new world of tactical possibilities. New flanking routes, sniping positions, loot spawns.
Exactly. And there's more. They added new points of interest, a new transit to shoreline, and even more exfiltration points. Plus, keep an eye out for exploding propane cylinders.
Exploding what? Okay, that adds a whole new level of danger to customs. Got to be careful where you step.
You do. One wrong move and boom.
Okay, so we've got holiday cheer, winter wonderlands, and a revamped customs. But let's move on to something that has the entire Tarkov community buzzing. The new prestige system. This is a big one, especially for players who consistently hit those higher levels.
Yeah, it's a game changer for sure.
So how does this prestige system work? Is it just like hit level 55 and bam, you're prestigious?
Not quite that simple. Reaching level 35 is just one part of it.
Oh, okay. So there's more to it.
Yeah, you also need to complete specific tasks. Upgrade your hideout to a certain level, amass a significant amount of wealth. It's about proving you've mastered all aspects of Tarkov.
So it's not just about grinding levels. You got to be a well-rounded Tarkov player. Interesting. But what happens when you DO reach prestige? Do you lose all your progress? Start from scratch.
Each prestige level does reset your progress in both Escape from Tarkov and the Arena mode. But some things carry over.
Okay, good. So it's not a total wipe.
Right. Your achievements, prestige levels, Arena Armory progress, and your overall stats in both modes all remain intact.
So like a fresh start, but with a legacy of your accomplishments?
I like that. But what's the point of resetting if you're just going to grind the same levels again?
That's where the rewards come in. And trust me, these aren't just participation trophies. We're talking permanent and exclusive benefits that change how you experience Tarkov.
Ooh. All right, let's hear it. What kind of goodies are we talking about? Well, first off, bragging rights. Special icons next to your nickname, showcasing your prestige level for all to see, and unique main menu backgrounds.
Okay, so style points are covered.
Hmm.
But I'm guessing there's more to it than just aesthetics.
Absolutely. We're talking armbands, unique dog tag styles, special hideout styles, even a new melee weapon. Plus, you unlock additional daily and weekly tasks, giving you more opportunities to earn rewards.
Hold on, hideout styles. That's awesome. So I can make my hideout look even cooler thanks to my prestige level.
Exactly. And did I mention the permanent +1 charisma skill boost at the start of each wipe?
Whoa, a permanent skill boost. That's huge. So
Yeah.
even after a wipe, my PMC will be wheeling and dealing like a pro.
Exactly. And that's just scratching the surface. Battlestate Games has hinted at even more prestige rewards in future updates, including unique character appearances and voices.
So they're really committed to making this a worthwhile pursuit for those dedicated players.
Absolutely. It adds a whole new dimension to the Tarkov experience.
Okay, we've got holiday cheer, a winter wonderland makeover, and a game-changing prestige system. But we haven't even talked about the new weapons and equipment.
Oh, there's plenty to get excited about there. Starting with the RSHG-2 rocket launcher, this thing is a beast.
A rocket launcher. Now that's what I call firepower. Tarkov is about to get even more explosive.
It is. But if you prefer a more precise approach, there's the Sako TRG M10 sniper rifle, chambered in .338 Lapua Magnum.
Ooh, that's a long-range monster right there. Headshots for days. What else is hiding in this armory?
We've got new assault rifles, a new variant of the Saiga 12 shotgun, a push dagger,
Even V40 mini grenades.
mini grenades. Okay, those sound terrifying. I can already imagine the chaos they'll cause.
Oh yeah, they're going to shake things up. Plus, they've revamped the models, animations, and attachments for some fan favorites like the PP1901, the Saiga 9, and the SIG MPX.
So even if you prefer to stick with your trusty old weapons, there's still something new to check out.
Definitely. Always good to have options. Well, with all this new firepower flying around, healing's going to be more important than ever. Luckily, patch 0.16.0 AG introduces a pretty big shift in healing with the continuous healing mechanic.
This is a major change. No more healing each body part individually.
Wait, really? So one med kit to heal everything?
Yep, pretty much. You use a single med kit, and it heals all your injuries sequentially, starting with the most severe.
So it's not just a press a button and you're fully healed kind of thing. There's still strategy involved.
Exactly. It takes into account the type and severity of your injuries, plus any negative status effects you might have.
This is a smarter, more strategic healing system. I like it. But how do you actually activate this continuous healing?
You have options. You can set it as your default healing method in the settings, or you can assign a hotkey and use the mouse wheel to select full treatment when using a med kit.
Flexibility is always appreciated in a game like Tarkov. But let's talk about escaping Tarkov, because patch 0.16.0.0 introduces a new system that's going to make things a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Hidden exfils.
These hidden exfiltration points add a whole new layer of intrigue to getting out of a raid. They're not on your map, and you only discover them by finding special items.
Ooh, so it's like a scavenger hunt for your escape route. I love that. Adds a bit of mystery. How do they work exactly?
Once you find the item, the hidden exfil location is revealed to you and anyone in your group.
So teamwork is key. Find the item, share the intel, escape together.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Any other player in the area can also use that hidden exfil, even if they haven't found the item.
Oh, wow. So you could think you found a secret escape route, only to run into a whole squad of other PMCs also trying to get out.
Yep, that's Tarkov for you. Never a dull moment. And these hidden exfils are scattered across a bunch of maps, so no matter where you drop in, there's a chance you might stumble upon one.
Adds a whole new element to the game for sure.
Uh,
Okay, so we've got hidden escape routes, a new healing system, enough firepower to level a small village. What else is there?
Well, for those who enjoy a good story, patch 0.16.0.0 also introduces a new task line focused on the BTR driver.
The BTR driver. You mean that guy who shows up in his armored personnel carrier and wreaks havoc on everyone?
That's the one! Looks like we're finally going to learn more about this mysterious figure.
Ooh, interesting. So what do we know about this new task line?
It starts at level 20 with the task, A Helping Hand, from the mechanic.
So we're going to be doing some favors for the BTR driver. What do we get in return?
A new achievement, of course, but there are also barters for new items and weapons, as well as some cool customization items.
Sweet. Sounds like a worthwhile quest line to pursue, especially for those who love the lore and world building of Tarkov.
Definitely. And speaking of world building, let's not forget about those hideout customization options we talked about
Oh,
earlier.
yeah, those are going to be fun.
Yeah.
So what can we do with our hideouts now? Make them look pretty.
Pretty. Think beyond pretty. You can personalize the floors, walls, even the ceiling of your hideout. Put up posters, display collectibles, show off trophies from your raids.
Wait, trophies from raids. So, like, I can display all the cool gear I've managed to extract?
Exactly. It's like a personal museum dedicated to your Tarkov journey.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not just about functionality anymore. It's about expressing yourself, making your hideout truly unique.
Exactly. And the best part? You can visit your friends' hideouts, check out their setups, maybe even use their shooting range.
Wait, seriously,
Yeah.
I can go hang out in my buddy's hideout, check out the
Yeah.
setup, maybe even give his shooting range a try.
Absolutely. It's a great way to connect with other players, show off your progress, maybe even learn a thing or two from each other.
That's awesome. Adds a whole new social element to the game. But I'm guessing there are some limits, right? I can't just waltz into my friend's hideout and start
Hmm.
crafting stuff or raid his stash.
Haha. No, of course not. When visiting another player's hideout, you can only access the shooting range and the gym.
Makes sense. It wouldn't be very Tarkov if you could just loot your friend's hideouts. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Holiday events, map reworks, a new prestige system, an arsenal of new weapons, a revamped healing system, hidden exfils, a BTR driver storyline, and even hideout customization. And I'm guessing there's still more to unpack.
Oh, yeah, there's always more to discover in a Tarkov patch. And with a wipe right around the corner, every detail matters. And don't forget about all those new and updated achievements. There are some pretty sweet rewards tied to those now.
That's right. More reason to chase those achievements. What kind of rewards are we talking about?
Well, for example, if you complete the Ready for Anything achievement, you get the blue paint hideout wall style.
Ooh, nice. So even if you already have that achievement, there's a reason to go back and revisit it. Spruce up, get hideout.
Exactly. And if you finish Jack of all trades, you unlock the small tiles hideout floor style.
Okay, those are some pretty cool rewards. I can definitely see myself going for those.
You're right.
What else is new with achievements?
They've changed how some of the rewards are structured too, like the Fatal Outcome and Complete Remission achievements. Both reward the Saiga 12K shotgun now, but at different trader loyalty levels.
Ah, so it gives players more flexibility in how they want to get their hands on that weapon.
Exactly. Always good to have options, right?
Absolutely. But speaking of changes, some tasks have been completely removed from the game, haven't they?
That's right. The Overseas Trust tasks, parts 1 and 2, are gone.
Gone completely. Wow, that's a big change. What happens to the requirements that were associated with those tasks, like trader reputation and stuff?
Don't worry, those haven't changed. The requirements for things like trader reputation, character level, and clothing value are all still the same.
Okay, that makes sense. So those are still factors in progressing through the game. But what about the players who already completed those overseas trust tasks? Did they just get robbed of their rewards?
Not at all. Anyone who completed those tasks will automatically get the rewards when they log in after the patch. No need to worry about missing out.
That's a relief. Always good to see that they're taking care of the players who've put in the work. Okay, so achievements are covered. What about character customization? Any new ways to make our PMCs look awesome?
Well, beyond the winter clothing kits from the holiday event, there are some new, unique kits available on the Escape from Tarkov website. You can find them in the expansions section.
Ooh, more ways to personalize our characters. I love it. What about that snowman t-shirt? That was exclusive, right?
Not anymore. It's available for everyone now. Spread that holiday cheer.
Awesome. Love it. Okay, enough about looking cool. Let's talk about playing efficiently. Quality of life improvements, always a fan favorite.
This patch has a bunch of those. One of the most noticeable ones is a confirmation pop-up when you switch between PvE and PvP zones in the main menu.
Oh, thank goodness. No more accidentally jumping into a hardcore PvP raid when you're just trying to relax and practice. I can't tell you how many times I've done that.
I think we've all been there. Another helpful one, you can finally scroll in the task item transfer windows. No more tedious clicking back and forth.
It's the little things.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's going to make a big difference.
That's right. And they've streamlined the character creation screen too. All the nickname, voice, and appearance settings are in one place now.
Nice. Makes getting into the game that much smoother. Okay, quality of life improvements check. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Balance changes. This is where things get really interesting, especially for those hardcore Tarkov players out there. What are some of the key adjustments in this patch?
Well, they've done a ton of weapon build updates at the Peacekeeper Trader.
Ooh, Peacekeeper. That's where it's at. So what weapons got tweaked?
Oh, lots of popular ones. The SKS, the SIG MPX, the AKM, the AK-105, the SR-25, the MP7A2. Too many to list.
So players will definitely want to take a close look at their favorite loadouts and see how these changes affect things.
For sure, the meta is always evolving in Tarkov.
That's part of what keeps the game so interesting. What other balancing changes should we be aware of?
There's a bit of a shakeup with the flea market. You won't be able to list offers on the PvP flea market until 2 weeks after the patch drops.
Interesting. So there's a delay before you can start trading your PvP loot. Why do you think they did that?
Probably to give everyone a chance to, get settled in with the new patch before the really high-level gear starts flooding the market. Levels the playing field a bit.
Makes sense. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly. Focus on the core gameplay before things get too crazy with the economy.
Okay, I like that. What other balance tweaks are worth mentioning?
Hideout upgrades just got a bit more challenging. Now you need items with the Found in Raid status to build and upgrade hideout zones. The only exception is in-game currency.
So no more using flea market purchases to quickly upgrade your hideout. Got to put in the work now.
That's right. It emphasizes the importance of actually going out there and finding the stuff you need.
I like it. It encourages players to engage with the raiding aspect of the game more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes finding those rare components that much more rewarding.
All right, what else? Hit me with more balance changes.
Good news for those who hate managing multiple stacks of currency. They've increased the max stack size for rubles to 1,000 mils.
Finally. No more juggling stacks of rubles like a financial acrobat. What about GP coins?
Those two. The max stack size for GP coins is now 100.
Awesome. Okay, so less inventory management, more raiding.
Exactly. And speaking of rubles, they've also increased the limit for bringing rubles into a raid to 500,000.
Whoa, that's a lot of cash to risk.
It is. And you can now loot up to 1,000 rubles in red.
High risk, high reward. Gotta love it.
But keep in mind, some high-value items have gotten more expensive. The graphics card at Peacekeeper now costs 100 GP coins.
Ouch. That's a
Yeah.
big chunk of change. What about gear?
The CPC MOD Pot 1 plate carrier got a price bump too. It's 32 GP coins now, and it's been moved to loyalty level 4 at Peacekeeper.
So GP coins are going to be a valuable commodity this way.
For sure. Choose your purchases wisely.
Any changes to weapon attachments?
Yeah, they've tweaked the ergonomics and recoil control values for a bunch of bipods.
Bipods are so important for those long-range engagements. You're going to have to experiment with those changes for sure.
Definitely. And last but not least, they've updated the loot tables for several rare loot crates. All the items you find inside those crates now have the Found in Raid status.
So even if you're lucky enough to find one of those rare crates, you got to extract with the loot if you want to use it for hideout upgrades.
Exactly. No shortcuts anymore. Okay, enough about the good stuff. Let's talk about the thing everyone dreads. BUGS.
Yeah, the dreaded bug fixes. But hey, every patch has them. What kind of nasty bugs have they squashed this time around?
Well, they've fixed those missing localizations for some of the gestures.
Ah, yes. The little things.
What else? That annoying soft lock when you're trying to outfit mannequins in the hideout? Gone.
Thank goodness I hated that one.
Yeah.
What about that interface freeze when replacing a daily task?
Hexed. And they finally addressed that bug where the PvE bots would freeze after death if you got an achievement for killing them.
Oh yeah, that was creepy. Just standing there staring at you with those dead eyes.
Yeah.
Glad that's gone.
Me too. And remember that weird issue with wishlist notifications popping up when looting unpackable containers? That's fixed too.
Okay, good, good. The little bugs can be so annoying. What about more serious bugs? Any progress on those?
Definitely. They fixed the incorrect calculations for attention skill points when you split ammo stacks.
Accuracy is key, especially when it comes to those skill points. What about those in-raid glitches? Those can be really frustrating.
They've made some good progress there. Fixed some issues with context menus and quick loading ammo during raids. Should be much smoother now.
Smoothness is always appreciated in a game as intense as Tarkov. What about raid experience calculations? Were there any problems there?
Yeah, they fixed some incorrect calculations that were giving players run-through status instead of survived.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah,
You definitely want to get credit for those survived raids.
for sure.
Huh?
And they also fixed a bug that wasn't properly reducing movement speed after treating a blacked-out leg.
Ooh, that could have led to some really unbalanced situations in PvP.
Yeah, for sure. Glad they caught that one. Oh, and that weird audio glitch on Lighthouse, where the daytime and nighttime sounds were playing at the same time.
Oh yeah, that was freaky.
Hmm.
Like something out of a horror movie.
Gone. No more spooky lighthouse sounds.
Excellent. What about those annoying holes in the walls on Woods and Reserve? Were they able to patch those up?
Yep. No more peeking through walls for an unfair advantage.
Good. Tarkov is all about fair fights. Skill versus skill. Speaking of which, did they fix that bug that was preventing bullet damage after fixing a malfunction?
They did. Imagine fixing a jam only to find out your gun's still not working.
That would be a nightmare, especially in a clutch situation. What about the flea market? Any fixes there?
Yep. They fixed the inability to filter keys by condition.
Finally. Organization is key, especially in Tarkov. What else? Anything else major?
Well, they fixed the optic zoom writing format so the information displayed is more consistent now.
Good. Clear communication is essential, especially in the heat of battle. What about the flea market?
They fixed some errors that were happening when using the link search.
Nice. The flea market can be a bit overwhelming sometimes, so any improvements to the search function are welcome.
Absolutely. Oh, and those inventory freezes that would happen when picking up an item at the same time as another player.
Yeah, those were the worst. You think you've scored some loot, and then bam, frozen.
Well, those are gone now.
Excellent. So all in all, it sounds like Battlestate Games has been busy squashing bugs and polishing the game for this patch.
They have. It's always good to see that they're listening to the community and working to improve the game.
For sure. Makes me feel good going into this wipe, knowing that we're starting with a more stable and refined version of Tarkov.
Absolutely. All right, ready for something really exciting?
Always hit me with it.
They've completely overhauled the visual recoil system.
Whoa, wait, seriously. Visual recoil, that's a big deal.
Huge. It's going to change the way gunplay feels in Tarkov.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued. Tell me everything. What did they change?
They added random weapon sway, horizontal rotation. You can even see the bolt hitting the receiver now.
Wow. Sounds like they're really going for that immersive, realistic feel.
They are. And there's a camera shake that simulates the buttstock hitting your shoulder.
Ooh, I like that. I can't wait to see how it looks and feels in-game. Did they focus on any particular weapon types?
They paid a lot of attention to shotguns, made them feel really weighty and powerful.
Shotguns are already a force to be reckoned with in Tarkov. This is going to make them even more intense.
Oh, yeah. You'll really feel the kick now.
I bet. All right, so visual recoil is getting a major overhaul. What else is new and exciting in this patch?
AI changes. Our bot opponents just got a whole lot more dangerous.
Oh, no. In what way?
Well, for starters, PMCs, raiders, rogues, even regular bots. They can all use underbarrel grenade launchers now.
Well, hold on. Underbarrel grenade launchers. For bots. Tarkov was already hard enough.
It just got a whole lot harder. And that's not all. They've improved the bot's overall combat behavior, too.
So no more running in predictable patterns.
Nope. They're going to flank you, use suppressive fire. They even have an aggressive assault mode now.
So basically, they're going to be smarter, more unpredictable, and much more deadly.
You got it. Better watch out for those bots.
I'm already getting nervous just thinking about it. And didn't they rework the grenade damage mechanics too?
Yep. Grenades were already pretty devastating, but now the damage calculation takes into account the environment between you and the explosion.
Ooh, that's interesting. So cover and positioning are going to be even more important for survival.
Absolutely. Hiding behind a flimsy wooden fence might not cut it anymore.
Got to find that solid cover. All right, so tougher bots, deadlier grenades. Anything else to make our lives more difficult in Tarkov?
Haha. Well, maybe not more difficult, but they did add a small but useful feature for inventory management. You can now select a priority window when managing your inventory.
The priority window. Yes! That's going to be so helpful. No more accidentally moving stuff to the wrong window.
And it's all about those quality of life improvements, right?
Exactly. They make all the difference. Speaking of, any other cool little tweaks they snuck into this patch?
Well, you can choose your dog tag style on the character screen now.
Oh, cool. So we're not limited to the standard EOD dog tag anymore.
Nope. There is a separate dog tag for owners of the Unheard Edition, and for those who reach Prestige, there will be unique dog tag styles associated with each level.
Nice. More ways to show off your Tarkov status. I love it.
And let's not forget those new winter clothing kits.
Oh, yeah. Those aren't just for looks either.
Right. They can actually help you blend in with the snowy environments.
Form A and D function. What more could you ask for? Okay, we've covered so much ground here. Bug fixes, visual recoil changes, AI improvements, new customization options, and tons of quality of life upgrades. This patch is huge.
It is, and it feels like every wipe they managed to, pack in even more stuff.
It's true. This wipe feels especially huge with all the new systems and changes and, oh yeah, the wipe itself. We can't forget about that.
It's the elephant in the room, isn't it? That complete reset. Everything you've worked for, gone. Poof.
Yeah, it can be a bit daunting,
Yeah.
even for, seasoned players like yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's always that little bit of sadness. Saying goodbye to all that hard-earned gear and that perfectly organized stash. It's like starting from scratch.
But in a way, that's kind of exciting too, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a fresh start, a chance to experience the early game all over again. The thrill of the hunt, the scramble for gear.
It levels the playing field for everyone.
Exactly. Plus, with all the changes in this patch,
Hmm.
the prestige system, the weapon rebalancing, it's almost like a whole new game.
It's true. It's like they injected a whole new dose of adrenaline into Tarkov.
Yeah.
Makes you want to jump right back in and see what's changed.
And don't forget about the psychological impact of a wipe. Suddenly, every raid feels more intense. Every firefight is a gamble. You're back to that raw struggle for survival.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that Tarkov isn't about, just collecting trophies or reaching the highest level. It's about the journey, the constant adaptation,
Yeah.
the learning process.
Exactly. It's about testing your limits, pushing yourself to become a better, more cunning player.
So to our listener out there, we say this: embrace the wipe. Don't fear it.
See it as a new beginning, a chance to rediscover the thrill of the unknown,
A chance to experience those heart-pounding firefights all over again.
to outsmart your opponents.
To escape with your loot.
And your life.
Because ultimately, that's what Escape from Tarkov is all about, right?
It is. It's about the stories you create, the memories you make,
The bonds you forge with your fellow survivors.
even in the face of a complete wipe.
So get out there, gear up, and get ready. December 26th is coming. Patch T 0.16.0. And the wipe are just around the corner.
And we'll be right there with you, experiencing all the highs and lows of this wipe.
Every step of the way. Happy hunting, everyone.
Good luck surviving the wipe.